Here we go, another crack at the playoffs for your Winnipeg Jets here in season number 3, the third time we've made the playoffs. The first time we went all the way to the Western Conference Finals, losing to the eventual champions in the Edmonton Oilers. Last season we got bounced in round number 1 as the President's Trophy winner. Hopefully we don't suffer a similar fate this year. Looking at the matchup in the regular season, you can see that the St. Louis Blues are exactly what we expect them to be, right? They're that 8 seed, one of the wild card teams. They're 13th in offense, 15th in goals against, power plays 11th, penalty kills 9th, right? So it's a decent team, right? It's a playoff caliber team. Do I think it's a cup contender? Probably not. So I think we should definitely be focusing on winning this round as quickly as we can, because we should be the superior team. So let's take a look at the team lines. As you guys can see, they got Devin Levi from the Buffalo Sabres. So the Sabres decide to stick with Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and move on from Devin Levi. And the St. Louis Blues aren't using Binnington. He had a tremendous Four Nations tournament, but that wasn't enough to convince them. And they've got a really, really good top 6. This is a really solid roster, right? They've got Robert Thomas, Buchnevich, and Jordan Kyrou, who I think are a great first line. 89, 89, 92 is a perfectly fine first line, with Holloway, Bolduc, and Patrick Laine now. So this is a pretty interesting second line. I think it's pretty good. 88 overall, 86 overall, and 86 overall. I'm surprised the 86 is listed as a third line scoring forward, but you got two-way forward with a sniper. We'll see about that. They've got Dvorsky with Tessier and Saad, so Saad's still here. And then Neighbors with Shen and Brodzinski. So a really solid, deep offense. And it does lead me to question their defense. I was going to say, if they're stacked everywhere, why are they an average team? They don't really have anybody on the blue line that's good. Krug, Parayko, Falk, Broberg, Fowler, Carrier. It's a lot of guys that are, worse than our third pairing, right? Colin Miller is probably as good, if not better, than some of these guys. So, yikes, not a great decor, but obviously they've got a good goaltender in Devin Levi. He's got an X factor. He's an 88 overall. They've got Hofer, who's an 84 overall. So, a good goaltending tandem. Devin Levi during the regular season, 903, 318. So, not spectacular, but solid enough considering that blue line in front of him. But let's go ahead, dive into the game here. Game number 1 on home ice. Let's win this playoff series. I just am worried about having a repeat of last year. I don't want that to happen again. Here we go. First period. All right, 1-0. Dellandrea is going to score the first goal on the fourth line. I love it. Second period. All right, 2-0. And Nemesnikov scores a shorty. Defense is the name of the game for us right now. And in the third period, all right, they tie the game, but Kyle Connor on the power play gets it done for us here. 3-2 final in game number 1. A solid game. A goal in each period. I'll take it. Dellandrea was a -1, so that fourth line seems to have gotten maybe hemmed in a little bit. Luchenko, Dellandrea, Jones. Yeah, it was the bottom 6 kind of hurt us there. But hey, Scheifele with 2 points. Kyle Connor with a goal. Lundell with a point. Grzelcyk with a point. I'll take it. Right now, things look fine. And Connor Hellebuyck had a really, really good game. Take a look at his stats after that. Yeah, 945 and a 200 goal against average. Obviously, he only allowed 2, so 945 save percentage. I'll take that, though. That was a really, really solid defensive performance. I see that. I was going to say we're ranking 3rd in goals for, but honestly, guys, if we can play shutdown defense, lean into our coach, lean into, we've got high talent players on offense. Let's lean into the defense, and let's have Connor Hellebuyck put up a playoff performance for us this year, guys. Game number 2 on home ice. Let's take a 2-0 lead. Let's not let them have any signs of life. We did kind of let them get back into the game in the third period last time, but we were able to see that one out. First period, it's 1-0 again. A power play goal from Kyle Connor. I'm liking the way this is going. Second period, 1-0. All right, so defense is the name of the game in this series. Third period, and it's a 2-0 win. Scheifele on the power play. So this time our power play is coming through for us. Obviously no plus minuses. They didn't score, which is huge. Thank you, Connor Hellebuyck. Scheifele, Connor, Pionk, Morrissey, all getting points here in this one. So I will absolutely take that. A 2-0 win after a 3-2 win. This is a tight series. So far in the first 2 games, it has been really, really tight. And I think that honestly benefits us. If we can get Hellebuyck playing well and the blue line playing defense, we've got offensive defense, and we've got puck-moving defensemen essentially, and a lot of skill on our top line. So 1 goal against per game average is absolutely crazy. It's currently second. I was going to say it's first. Somebody might have gotten a shutout in the first game, but there we go. Game number 3 on the road for this one. Devin Levi hasn't even played bad. 918, 255. We haven't really done too much offensively, but defensively, it's been there. So here we go. First period, 1-0 as well. Scheifele on the power play. Oh my goodness. Second period, it's 1-1. Bolduc ties it for St. Louis. And in the third period, we're headed into overtime. And in overtime, St. Louis, Jordan Kyrou gets the win. 40 shots for us in that one. 40 shots for them. And it's just a tight defensive struggle right now, guys. This series has been so defensive. I mean, I can't even really blame Connor Hellebuck. Our offense just hasn't been there in this series. An overtime loss, though, I'm not going to sweat it too much. St. Louis is no pushover, right? They're a playoff team. They're a good team, but our defense, holy moly, has come to play. So is the power play, penalty kill. I mean, we just need to get a little bit of 5-on-5 offense going here, guys, because, well, I mean, if we can start generating that, it'll be much better. I'd love to take a 3-1 lead. Don't let them tie up this series. Let's just move on. Get 3-1. Should be good. I feel like I'd feel confident at this point with how good our defense has played this whole series if we go up 3-1. First period, 2 goals there. Scheifele with 2 5-on-5 goals. Finally, I think this is what our second and third 5-on-5 goal of the series. That's crazy in game number 4. Second period. All right, there's the offense. Scheifele and Stankoven both on the power play. Holloway scores for St. Louis, makes it a 3-goal lead again. And in the third period, it's 5-3. They do cut it down to just a 1-goal game again. Thomas and Kyrou, that top line stepping up when needed, and our top line stepped up when needed as well. And we are up 3-1 in this series after a very, very good performance there. And there we had a bit more of an offensive game, 8 goals in that game, and they did pull it back and get it close. We are 1 game away, though, from putting the trauma of last season behind us. You guys can see that we are 8th in goals for, but 1st in goals against at sub 2. So Connor Hellebuck really is stepping up when we need him to here. So let's go ahead, get into game number 5 on home ice. We got 3 chances to win 1. Let's go get it done. First period. All right, no goals. A defensive struggle yet again. Second period. 2 goals. I'll take that. Jonathan Drouin and Kyle Connor on the power play. We are really leaning into that power play right now, aren't we? And in the third period, we close it out with a 2-0 shutout win. We had 43 shots, though, so can't really fault Devin Levi in that series. He had like a 927 there with a 248 going into that game, and he certainly didn't, wasn't any fault of his there in that one. But there we go. We are the first team, us and the Florida Panthers are the first team to advance out of the first round, and I'll take it. And that means our next opponent will either be Dallas or Colorado. They're tied 2-2 right now. We'll see what happens in that series. And it's 3-2 Colorado. So are we going to get another crack at Dallas, or are we going to have to face the Colorado Avalanche and the reigning Stanley Cup champions? The back-to-back Stanley Cup champion Oilers are on the ropes. It's 3-2 in that one. And it is going to be the Avalanche, and the Oilers are alive still. And the Wild eliminate the Canucks, so the number 1 seed in the Pacific is out now. And with one more push of the button, it's the end of the current playoff round. All right, Scott Arniel would like to talk. Team executed our game plan well, and great work, coach. I did tell him to be defensive. Okay, playoff focus. We want to focus on staying disciplined at the expense of the team being less aggressive, or focus more on penalty kill strategies, potentially at the expense of having a less confident power play. No. We don't want that. Coach with better special teams attributes can help the penalty kill. I think we want to stay disciplined. We do not want to put the Colorado Avalanche on the on the power play. Not with that team. Not with McKinnon. They still have Rantanen here, I believe. Maybe they don't. But yeah, Nyshuskin apparently with 8 points is their number 1 guy. But first in goals against per game, 1.40 goals against per game. That is fantastic. Let's stay disciplined. Let's keep killing off penalties, but let's take a look at the Colorado Avalanche lines. And Nathan McKinnon is a 99 overall. No wonder why a guy like Nyshuskin can do so well, because he's got 99 playmaker Nathan McKinnon with him. Oh my God, he's just insane. Casey Middlestad up there with all sorts X factors now, and Nichushkin up there at an 88 as a sniper. This is a fantastic first line, and it's really a solid team altogether again. That forward core really looks good, especially with McKinnon. There is no more Rantanen, but Ross Colton's a solid second line center. Gabriel Landeskog does no longer have X factors. I believe he used to have like Born Leader or something like that. He's still a really good goal scorer. Arturi Lekin in there, rounding out that line. It seems like it's a -4, so maybe our second line, which was like completely quiet, except for Stankoven on the power play, maybe they can take advantage of that. But then their third line has Blake Wheeler on it, so Blake Wheeler against the Jets. We'll see how that one goes. Jeff Skinner and Kyle Palmieri. I'm surprised to see he's 40, still an 82 overall, still doing well. And then Olausen, Parsonen, and Logan O'Connor. A really good fourth line. So it's really deep. Their forward core is really well structured. The blue line is still ridiculous as well. They have Cal McCarr and Devon Tays, in a 90 and 96. 90 overall, Samuel Girard. But he's playing with Perbix, Manson, and Hull. I mean, listen, you can talk about the fact that they maybe fall off on defensemen 4, 5, and 6, but this is probably as good of a 1, 2, 3 as you're going to see. The only one that could rival it is probably us, with Morrissey, with Pionk, and then probably Mikey Anderson. But then you go take a look at their goaltending situation, and they still have 85 Mackenzie Blackwood. So I don't know where they're pulling all this cap space from, guys. I have no idea, like, who is not signed to a big contract. Oh, Casey Middlestad's not signed. McKinnon is signed. Okay, wow, they got a lot of guys at like $5 million. Okay, so they're kind of structuring their team pretty well. Logan O'Connor with $2.5 million too. Devon Tays is making, wow, okay. This is incredible salary cap management from the AI here in 5.5 or 5.25. That is, I mean, a lot of I think Colorado is long term from IRL deals, but man, that is a scary looking team with the cap situation like it is. All right, we're in game number 1. We have home ice advantage. We are a scary looking team as well. We definitely don't want to give them any power play time. They are third on the power play. We're at 47.1% on the power play. That is ridiculous. And our penalty kill's been doing well. So let's go ahead, get into game number 1 on home ice. We got to get a big start here. Maybe a defensive game I think would benefit us. Maybe, I don't know. It's going to be a tight series. There's not much to split these two teams. First period, it's 2-0. Stankoven on the power play, and Lundell getting one at even strength there just before the buzzer. Second period, it's 4-0. It's Perfetti. That second line, Lundell, Perfetti, you love it. And the power play, Scheifele, that's still coming alive. Third period, 6-1 final, Perfetti and Stankoven. That second line has absolutely claimed, they are here. They have arrived. It is their game in game number 1. Perbix avoids the shutout. 6-1 final, though. I cannot complain about a thing after that one. 2 goals a period, +4 for Stankoven, +3 for Perfetti, Lundell. They each got multi-point games. Phenomenal game from the second line, and they were the ones that I thought could take advantage of that second line that wasn't performing as well for Colorado, but we'll take it. It looks like they did get a power play in that game, but it didn't come back to bite us. We want to stay disciplined. I did tell Scott Arniel that. Let's go. Game number 2 on home ice. Can we really take a stranglehold on the series going up multiple games? First period, 1-0. Scheifele there getting the goal. Second period, it's 3-1. Nazar scores from the third line. Scheifele again, but Colton had tied it. But Nazar and Scheifele get us the lead. Third period, oh my goodness, they complete the comeback. Makar, Wheeler, and Landeskog. And Colorado comes racing back, erasing a 2-goal deficit in the third to win it in regulation. A 3-goal period, 4-3 final. We take the L and we head to Colorado, no longer having home ice advantage, if you will. All right, we can't just win our home games and be good because that's not good enough anymore. We need to steal one of these 2 on the road. Not going to complain much about that game. Their power play seems to be not doing as good, so that's good news. Where focus is still working, but gonna need Connor Hellebuck to tighten the screws later in the game there. So maybe a couple more goals, but I don't know, 3 goals, 3-4 goals. I think I'd take that. First period, and it's 1-0. Logan Stankoven, second line, still doing what it needs to. Second period, it's 3-2. Morrissey on the power play, but Nichushkin and Lehkonen scoring for them to tie the game before Kyle Connor gets us the lead again. And in the third period, there it is. That's the tightening of the screws I was asking for. Connor Hellebuyck shuts the door. So does Blackwood, but it doesn't matter because we had the lead going into that period. So there we go. 3-2 win here, guys. And we have reclaimed technically home ice advantage, but I'm not. Oh, let's take this one too. Let's take both of them here in Colorado. Let's get it done. Game number 4, a big one. Do they tie the series again? Do we extend the lead in the series to a multi-game lead? Let's see. First period. No goals, but only 2 shots for Colorado. Were they on the penalty kill like the whole period? No. A complete 5-on-5. Wow. Got to be ready for the response. Second period. It's 1-1. Scheifele on the power play, but Jeff Skinner scores. Still, it's been a good game for us. I'll back us in this situation. In the third period, there we go. It's Lambert with his first ever playoff goal, and Nikolai Ehlers gets the insurance marker, and that's all she wrote. It's 3-1 in the series and 3-1 in that one. What a game. The defense, Hellebuyck is playing out of his mind this postseason. He is doing exactly what we need Connor Hellebuyck to be doing. The team is playing just defense in front of him like mad. The penalty kill, the power play, the defense, it's all there. The 5-on-5 offense, it'll be there. But if we get the power play clicking like it is and a decent amount of goals at 5-on-5, I'll take it. And a chance to advance back to the Western Conference Finals awaits us here on home ice. Game number 5, up 3-1. Can we get it done? First period, and we're up 3-1 there. Connor, Scheifele, Connor, 2 power play goals. Olausson on their 4th line scores, but it's a 3-1 lead going into period number 2. And after the second period, Gabriel Landeskog does what he does. He pulls Colorado back into it, but Jonathan Drouin gets us the lead here. And that's what matters to us right now because we're heading into the third, but Perbix, one of their defensemen, not one of their good defensemen scores, but Kyle Connor on the power play. And is that a hat trick for Kyle Connor? We get another power play and it's another goal. Mark Scheifele gets us the insurance marker we so desperately wanted. With 5 minutes to go, can Hellebuyck keep Colorado off the board? Palmieri scoring with 2 minutes to go, 1 minute left. And there we do it. We are back to the Western Conference Finals, a 6-5 victory. Very, very tight, very, very nervy here. I mean, minuses all a galore because we're scoring so much on the power play. So I guess that is kind of why some of our guys may have minuses in the regular season. But who cares? 4-1 against the Colorado Avalanche, a fantastic team. And our next opponent is the Vegas Golden Knights. And I think probably Scott Arneal's going to ask me again for another focus. This is the first time I've ever done that, by the way. I just decided I'd have a conversation and see if they threw anything in there. And I just learned that today. So Vegas, let's see what they're throwing at us here in round number 3 in the Western Conference Finals. Barbashev with Eichel and Stone. Fantastic first line again. Their second line, though, does drop off with Dorofeyev and Holtz not being quite up to snuff, but Hertl's still a great player there. Their bottom 6 is pretty average. It's an average bottom 6. They don't have an elite third line, they don't have a bad third line, and they don't have an elite fourth or a bad fourth, right? It's a pretty solid bottom 6. It is what it is. The top 6, you'd like to see at least one more winger there instead of Alexander Holtz. They're even or a minus, and they've got 7 points, so interesting. Their top line looks to be a minus. Jack Eichel is crazy. 11 goals, 5 assists in 11 games. That is ridiculous. And then their defense, so they have Hannafin and Theodore on the left, and then the right is Pietrangelo, Zub, and Whitecloud. A little bit weaker defensively, so interesting to see that. And then in goal, they've got Aiden Hill, 84. I mean, he's been playing well, 8 wins. Right, they swept the Wild just now, who knocked off the number 1 seed, so no small feat there. 925, 250. That's a pretty good looking team construction, right? They're playing well. They're playing well, I should say. It's maybe not the most intimidating team you've ever seen, but they're playing well. So taking a look at the entire league as far as goals for per game. Where is Vegas? Vegas, okay, they're up there at 318. So they're not too bad there. And then goals against per game, they're up there as well. So like top 5 in the playoffs there. Their power play is pretty good at 20. Yeah, they've got the second best power play. They've had, the 3rd or 4th most power plays. Their penalty kill is at 95%. So their penalty kill is really good. and their time shorthanded. They are okay. That's pretty average. Them and us, we're pretty average at 20 some. I mean, neither of us have played too many games, right? So Vegas has played 11 games, so they've been shorthanded in 11 games. We've only played 10 games, so yeah, the same thing as us. There's really no reason to overanalyze, but I wonder what Scott Arniel is going to say this time as we advance the day. And we got to wait for the East. The East won't finish up. So we got Tampa against Ottawa and New Jersey versus Florida. Could we have an all-Florida Eastern Conference Finals? One more advanced day, and it is going to be an all-Florida Eastern Conference Finals. That's crazy. All right. Team executed our game plan well, and we've successfully advanced. Yes, we have. All right, let's take a look at our next opponent. Oh, God. They do have a good penalty kill, right? Avoid getting into penalty trouble at all, right? I think that worked last time. Focus on staying disciplined, taking less penalties at the expense of the team being less aggressive. I think I'm fine with that. Right, we don't want to give this team power play, right? They're the second best power play. We can see what a good power play's done for us. We don't want to give a power play to Vegas and let them cook. So 6th in the goals for, 4th in the goals against, 2nd on the power play, 2nd on the penalty kill. This is going to be a tight series, guys. This is going to be, I'm nervous. I'm ready for it, though. Let's go Vegas, Winnipeg. Game 1 in Winnipeg. Let's see if the home ice advantage can carry us yet again. First period, 2-0 down. Breeson scoring on the power play and Hurdle scoring as well. We did not get any shots. Did we take many penalties in that one? We did take a hooking minor. Okay, it was about even in that one. Second period, 4-2. So we do tie it, but Carlson and Barbashev score. So Connor and Lindell got the goals to tie the game, but we could not hold on to the lead. And in the third period, Carlson extends the lead. Ehlers answered right back, but that was it for us. 5-3 final. Could not get it done there. In Vegas, they're a good team, guys. This is, they play well. They play really, really good hockey. So we're down now in the series 1-0, a position we haven't been in yet. Let's get it done here in game number 2. We need to tie this series up. I think we can. I think that was just a bad game. That was a slip up. Let's clamp down here in this one. We cannot play Vegas's game. We have to play our defensive style. First period. There we go. Power play, power play, power play. That's our style, is being on the power play. Ehlers, Connor, Perfetti, all on the power play in the first period. In the second period, there's 3 more. 2 more on the power play. Ehlers power play, Hurdle power play, Scheifele power play. Stankoven scores the first even strength goal of the game. And we're up 6-1 with a ton of shots. And in the third period, Barbashev gets one back, but it's a 6-2 final. And Connor Hellebuck's back to being the Connor Hellebuck that we've seen him be throughout this entire postseason. He goes from a 927, 227 to a 926, 224. I mean, he's having a phenomenal post. If my goalie's in the 2-2 something in the postseason, I'll take it. 926 is great as well. And we even the series, which is even better for us. Our penalty kill now drops down to second best. I'm sure there's another team out there that got eliminated that had 100% for the one round they were in. Doesn't really matter. Game number 3 on the road. Can we snatch back home ice advantage? First period, no goals, tie game. Second period, there we go. 2 power play goals. The power play is killing it. Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele on the power play. We have a lead going into the third, and this is where I need Hellebuck to be Connor Hellebuck, be the difference maker. In the third, he might have been, it was Jonathan Drouin. Jonathan Drouin was the difference maker. Brisson, Pietrangelo, and Eichel got Vegas close, but Drouin kept them at arm's reach. Eichel tied it, and then Drouin answered, and we get out of this one with a 4-3 victory. What a tight series this one has been, guys. This is back and forth. This is neck and neck. I mean, yes, we won 6-2 in game 2, but like, come on, guys. Like, this series is something. Game 4. We're up 2-1. Tampa's up 3-0. Wow. Okay. All right. Can't look too far ahead. We got to stay focused on Vegas here. Let's go. Game 4. Let's get it done. Come on, boys. First period. 2-0 again. Drouin and now Nemesnikov. Drouin, what a pickup he's been. He's really turned it on when the lights have gotten their brightest. Second period. All right. Nikolai Ehlers is going to score for us, and we'll slow sim it a little bit here, guys. I know we've been kind of going quick through this one, but Whew, 3-0 right now, and I'm loving it. Kyle Connor with a power play goal. We're going to get out of the period. 5-0. Nikolai Ehlers scores. What a game. That is Winnipeg Jets hockey. Power plays and and not allowing goals. Playing smart defense. I will take it. A 5-0 win. Much reminiscent of our second game of the series where we won 6-2. The offense is there. The defense is there. Connor, why are you losing more? Who did somebody like spray you with water because you had a shutout or maybe nobody celebrated it? I don't know. I don't really care. We're going to game number 5 with a chance to punch our ticket to the Stanley Cup Finals and a sweep in the Florida Battle on the other side. Wow. All right. Game number 5 on home ice, a chance to get to the Stanley Cup Finals. The furthest we've been in this series, a potential chance here. First period, 1-1. Ehlers on the power play, and Stone ties it. Second period, it's still 1-1. Going into the third period, the winner of this period will not advance, I should say. They could live to fight another day. We could advance. Shea Theodore got one. I'm too busy stumbling over my words because I'm a little bit nervous here. Halfway through the period, that's the only one in the third right now. Do we have a hero? Do we have a chance with 5 minutes left to just go ahead and win this game? And no, it doesn't look like it. It's a defensive struggle, and this one goes to the Vegas Golden Knights. And they are going to force game number 6 heading back to Vegas. Such a tight game there. I mean, Connor Hellebuck is doing everything he can. We're still scoring at the second highest rate in the postseason. Our power play is still the best. We have 2 more chances. We have 2 chances to win once. That's it. Let's go get it done on the road here. Let's make it to the Cup Finals. Come on, guys. It's right there. It's right in front of us. First period. 3-1 Vegas. Ehlers open the scoring, but Haig, Hannafin, and Holtz, the H's, coming alive here in the first period for Vegas. After the second period, it's 4-1. Lavoie scores for Vegas. Do we have a monumental comeback? A power play? A Kyle Connor power play goal? If they're going to take penalties, I'll absolutely take that. Can we get another one? Can we get one in even strength here, guys? Please. Halfway through the period, we're going to need another one quickly. With 7 minutes, 6 minutes to go, Mark Stone reestablishes the 3-goal lead for Vegas in 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, and it's Sapovaliv for the Vegas Golden Knights. It's a 6-2 loss, and we are going to a game number 7 here, guys. Oh, Josh Morrissey got slaughtered. Him and Pionk, Scheifele, the top lines got slaughtered, guys. Oh, man, I'm going to check the box score of the last game, too. I don't want to draw conclusions off of just one game, but, oh, man, we're going to 7. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. All right. And our 2-1 loss, what happened? It was Morrissey, it was Stankoven, Jones, Morrissey, Scheifele, Miller, Perfetti, Lindell. Like, it was just kind of all over the place. I don't really have much to say. That was a bad one there. Vegas is going to have their game. I trust us to have ours on home ice here. I trust us. I trust it. Things have been going well. I don't want to really change really anything, right? Things have been so good. Lundell now has wheels. Lundell has developed wheels in this postseason. I mean, our top line is not really much of a plus, despite being like a ridiculous amount of points per game. And the second line is plus minus is fine. I mean, I'm the bottom 6, maybe. Ty Dellandrea, I mean, he's a -6. That's horrible. We don't really have anybody to replace him with, though. Have to call somebody up. And then the blue liners, I mean, despite the big -4, oh my God, Mikey Anderson and Grzelcyk. Grzelcyk's down to an 83? What happened to Matt Grzelcyk? Why is he, oh my goodness. Okay, I think he's kind of fallen off, guys. Play Colin Miller up there maybe a bit. I don't know. He's so good at passing, puck control. I mean, I think Colin Miller, I think it's got to go Colin Miller up. I mean, maybe Jones, they're all not doing well. I'm going to move Colin Miller up though. Play the righty there. All right, we got, okay, here we go. Game 7, can we make it out of the West? Can we make it out of the West? Who will it be? First period, 3-1 start, power play, power play, power play, let's go! The power play's back alive. Brisson scoring for them shorthanded. In the second period, it's 4-1, Kyle Connor, and that one's even strength. 4-1 in game 7, but William Karlsson scores on the power play for Vegas. We gotta be disciplined, boys. We got a power play, and it's automatic. You know it is. It's Nikolai Ehlers. Pietrangelo scores shorthanded and cuts the lead back to 2. Halfway through the period, though, we get another power play, and Pionk scores. It's not a power play goal, but I'll take it. Theodore, they won't go away. Vegas is still alive, but 2.5 to go. 90 seconds. We're heading to the Stanley Cup Finals. What a Game 7. Could you imagine? Oh, my word. What a game. 6-4 final in Game 7. Vegas, what a tough test they posed to us. And Tampa Bay is our next opponent, so we will view their lines. I just want to see maybe Scott Arniel is going to give me another option to say, should we be disciplined or be good on the penalty kill? I keep liking discipline. It seems to be working. Tampa Bay Lightning still have Gensel, Point, and Kucherov. That is a disgusting first line. And they've got Nick Paul playing on their third line center at an 87. Well, because they got 89 Cirelli. I didn't even see. Oh, my goodness. This team has strength down the middle with Geeky being their fourth line center. Radish, though, a little bit weak there, but I mean, come on. 89, 88, 93, 97, 97. This is a ridiculous team with Gergensons, Paul, and Gaudette. Oh, my goodness. That's very, very physical. Two-way forward, power forward, two-way forward. And then you've got Ethan Gauthier playing with Geeky and Groshev. I mean, they're just fine with that. Taking a look at defensively, it is a little weaker. Hedman still looks really, really good. Dylan DeMello, revenge series for Dylan DeMello. He's back. I did move on from him. Chernak plays with J.J. Moser. Ryan McDonough plays with Jacob Bernard Docker. Okay. And then in goal, it's still Andrei Vasilevsky at 91 overall, 925, 230. He is playing phenomenally, guys. Oh, man. And where do they rank as far as team stats here in the postseason? How did they get here? We'll take a look at their path as well. But for the entire league, goals for per game, where do they rank? The Tampa Bay Lightning rank number 1 at 4.0, and their goals against per game, 2.38. Number 1 in goals for, number 1 in goals against. We are number 2 in goals for and number 2 in goals against. So I'll take that. Our power play has been 72 times we've been on the power play. Good Lord. I mean, we're being disciplined. I think that's the big thing. We are not shooting ourselves in the foot. 72 power plays in what, 17 games? It's ridiculous. Okay, the power play percentage for Tampa is still really good, though, at 18%. The penalty kill for Tampa Bay is up there. Okay, we can see it there. It is 87.5%. St. Louis, oh yeah, I mean, they played us. Yeah, that's going to happen when you run into our power play. It's kind of crazy. But here we go, guys. Stanley Cup Finals. Here it is. This is what we wait for. This is why we do those simulations. Whew. All right, management morale's going up. Everybody's gaining locker room chemistry. The Scott Arniel's leveling up a little bit. Management morale's going up. I love to see it. He's probably going to talk to me again, too, as we advance the day. One more. Oh, wait, can I talk to him one more time? Can we actually get a playoff? Oh, no, there's no playoff thing anymore. All right. That's fine. We'll let it ride. We'll let it ride. Advance the day one more. There it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, phew. I thought I wasn't going to get a chance to do something here. Execute our game plan. Playoffs. Let's talk about the playoffs. 5-on-5. We got to focus on defense. So playoff round, focus more on shutting down the other team and potentially at the expense of offensive opportunities. But coaches with a defensive coaching style will help the team play better defense without giving up as much offensively. So we really got to focus on the 5-on-5 defense. I think if we can shut down Tampa's offense, get to our power play, it's been our recipe this whole time. I'm not going to deviate from it. It's right in his wheelhouse. Defense wins championships. Right you are, Scott. All right. Let's see. Let's get into it. Game number 1. We do have home ice advantage. Obviously, as the President's Trophy winning team, we should. But man, that is scary over there. I'm looking at their goals for, goals against. We got to play strong defense. Oh man, they can do it all. We can do it all too, though. All right, let's get into it. Game number 1. All right, here we go. Game number 1, first period. 3-2. That is not defense. Grzelcyk, Radish, but Stankoven on the power play. Groshev and Gauthier, their bottom 6 scoring for them. I mean, yeah, you just don't like to see that. Second period, it's 5-5 as Ehlers and Scheifele score 2 for us. Hagel and Radish score for them, and Ehlers back on the power play. This is not a 5v5 defense, guys. This is not what I was talking about. Hagel scores. It's 6-5. We're playing Tampa's game. 7-5 now with Gauthier scoring for them. Halfway through the period, Tampa's taken a 2-goal lead. Nick Paul makes it a 3-goal lead. We get a power play. We cannot convert on the power play. 5 minutes to go in this one. Their offense is just insane right now. And it's an 8-5 loss in game number 1, guys. That is not what you want to see. Delandria, Luchenko, Nemesnikov, -3s, Anderson, Miller. Oh, God. All right, I'm going to move Grizzly back up to that second pairing. We're going to go back to the lines that got us here. I mean, I know Game 7 was that, but oh my God, that was a just absolute trouncing right now of our team. That was embarrassing. So hopefully the boys step it up because, oh, man, do I call up Chibrikov and play him for this game? Like, do I do that? We get the +3s there. Offensively, I mean, this fourth line is just getting slaughtered. -6, -7, -9. Delandria with -9. He's only out there for 950. I'm gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna call him up. I think I'm gonna call up Chibrikov. And Chibrikov, we got him to fit the scheme. 81. He's a playmaker as well. I mean, he's not good defensively, but I mean, we just got to change something up. It was him or Dumais, so there wasn't much of a choice. Dumais, by the way, is now up to an 84, which is ridiculous. But let's focus on the Stanley Cup final ahead of us here. We got to win game 2. We can't drop 2-0 to this Tampa Bay Lightning team. They are playing insane. Connor Hellebuyck, we need you to really turn it on here. The team got a little bit happier, I think. Some locker room chemistry boosts. Well, let's go. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals. First period, 1-0. There we go on the power play. This is our kind of game. This is the style we need to play. Second period, 2-1 Tampa, a shorty and a Cirelli even strength goal. A power play for us. We cannot score. Another power play for us. We still cannot score. Their penalty kill shutting us down. Tampa gets a power play. They can't score. We get a power play. We can't score again on the power play. Our power play isn't coming up clutch when we need it to. And Gauthier extends the lead for Tampa. It's 3-1 now, Tampa Bay, with 90 seconds to go. And it's Hagel with the empty netter. That's all she wrote. It's 4-1 final. Oh my God, we cannot shut this team down. -3s all across the board. Nazar, Drouin, I mean, all over the place. Perfetti, Lundell, Lambert. I mean, oh, Pionk got crushed. I mean, I don't know what to do. Maybe I move Mikey Anderson to that top pairing. I mean, because we had offense in the first game. We couldn't stop that. They feel unstoppable right now, guys. But I need to make some type of move. I can't just sit here on my hands and just not make a move. Defensively, let's move Pionk, flip-flop him with, oh man, we lose the +5 though. Can I really afford to lose the +5? I feel like I have to just keep riding it out with the team as is. I feel like I have to ride it out with the team as is, guys. Let's go ahead. The power. No, I'm gonna trust him one more game. One more game. They got us here. They're figuring it out. They started off strong and then kind of fell apart. I believe in them. Come on, guys. I believe in you. There's the vote of confidence. That's what you need. Go get it done on the road. No pressure. No pressure. First period. 3-0. There we go. Perfetti drew in. Oh, that's beautiful. You love to see it. Second period. It's 5-1. Nazar on the power play. Gensel gets one back on the power play. And Morrissey re-extends the lead to 4 for your Winnipeg Jets. A power play by Nikolai Ehlers, 6-1. And Lundell gets a power play. It's 7-1. I'm going to skip the rest of the game. Radish gets them 7-2. But a huge answer. Down 2-0. We pull it back to 2-1. Let's go get this series tied up. Let's go get this series tied up. That was a beautiful game right there. That was massive for us. A great game from Hellebuyck and everybody we needed. All right. Game number 4 on the road. We did it once. Let's go do it again. First period. 1-0 start. Nikolai Ehlers on the power play. That's what we need. Second period. It's 2-1 Tampa. Gensel and Radish scoring for them. We need to mount a comeback here in this third. We cannot go down 3-1 in the series. We've got a chance to tie the series because of our good work. We get a power play. We can't score. Halfway through the period, Tampa's playing defensively, but it's Brad Lambert with the goal. It's tied 2-2. It's tied 2-2. 5 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute to go. And we're going into overtime. Oh my goodness. This is so huge. We need a hero here. Overtime of game number 4, and it's Logan Stankoven, and we have tied the series at 2. Stankoven in overtime. Oh my goodness, there we go. Chibrikov has gained morale because of his recent performance. How is he doing? How is he doing good? I hope he's doing good down there on that fourth line. But here we go. Game 5. It's a best of 3 now, guys. It is a best of 3. Let's go win this thing. Let's win one in front of our home fans here. Let's do it. But the away team has won every game. Let's buck that trend. First period. And it's 1-1. Gergensen scores for them, but Perfetti ties it for us. Second period, it's still 1-1, and it is a tight series now. 5 minutes gone through the third period. Still tied. Shots go back and forth. And it's Jonathan Drouin on the power play for us, and Jonathan Drouin gets 2 power play goals. It's 3-1. We're still on the power play. Look, we're still on a 5-on-3. With 5 minutes to go, still up by 2. 2 minutes, 1 minute left. 5 seconds. And we are going to win that one 3-1. There we go. We have taken the lead in the series. 3 consecutive wins have us on the precipice of where we have never been before. We have almost climbed the mountaintop, but it is way too soon to celebrate. We have a massive task in front of us, downing this Tampa Bay Lightning team. Game number 6. Let's go get it done, boys. On the road, I don't care. Let's have another. We've played really good Winnipeg Jet hockey here, guys. We gotta keep playing our style. First period, 1-0 Tampa. Gaudette scoring from their third line. Second period, we have tied it. It's Mark Scheifele on the power play. Third period, here we go, and it's Scheifele again with a goal. It's a 2-1 lead for your Winnipeg Jets. 5 minutes into the first, we have taken the lead in this game. Halfway through the period here, 9 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, we have a power play. We cannot score on the power play. I'm gonna Scheifele. He's gonna score. Is that a hat trick for Mark Scheifele? Did he just get a hat trick? Hold on. I gotta see. He did. Was it him? It was Scheifele. That is a hat trick for Mark Scheifele in game 6. 3 minutes left. 2 minutes. Oh, I've got it slow, so it's going by so slowly. With just 2 minutes to go. 1 minute left in this one. Does Tampa have a comeback in them, or is Hellebuck gonna shut the door? And with 50 seconds to go, we're jumping in. We're gonna watch. We gotta see what happens. Here we go. Face off at center ice with 55 seconds left in the game. We are moving from right to left. Scheifele finds Pionk. Pionk up to Ehlers. Connor, they get it into the zone. Scheifele shoots for his 4th. Vasilevsky makes the save. And with 47 seconds left, oh man, you just gotta hope that our speed getting whacked like it did. Oh my goodness, they have the Stanley Cup. What I'm saying is I hope our speed doesn't hurt us here, because I jumped in, and this is where speed is now going to matter, because we're going to watch them skate up and down the ice. But he's pulled the Stanley Cup out. Oh, and it's getting ready, guys. Mark Scheifele now leads the team in points with 37. 37 points in the postseason is ridiculous from Scheifele. Face off against Point, though. Gotta win it. He doesn't. Hedman gets it. A good forecheck. Scheifele stays aggressive. 43 seconds to go. Kucherov gets nudged off the puck. Gensel loses it. Morrissey can't get rid of it in time, but Scheifele is all over the ice. There he is. Mark Scheifele finding Morrissey. Over to Connor. Up to Pionk. Pionk gets nudged. There's Point. They've got an empty net now. Point shoots. Hellebuck save. Morrissey clears. Up to Ehlers. Scheifele now with the puck. He's going to go cross ice to Connor into the empty net, and that is going to do it. We are going to be Stanley Cup champions for the first time. Kyle Connor, who is a silver 1, is going to be, oh my goodness, a Stanley Cup champion. Empty netter there gets us all the kind of breathing room. I am no longer worried about our skating speed or none of it. 4-1 now. We were down 2-0, and we are now going to win 4 consecutive games in the Stanley Cup final. We almost blew a 3-1 lead to Vegas, and we came back in game 7 and just staked our claim on that one. And now, with 13.9 seconds to go, we've completed a Herculean task and taken down this Tampa Bay Lightning team. Perfetti gets nudged off the puck. Stankoven, though, skates it. He's going to get it deep. 6 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. Your Winnipeg Jets are Stanley Cup champions. We have done it. Oh my goodness. After last year, you felt like we just couldn't shake the curse. We're the Jets. We can't get over the hump. But we do it in such a dramatic fashion, going down 2-0, looking pretty poor in those first 2 games. But we flew down to Tampa. The sunshine was there, and it rejuvenated our spirits, and we took every game from that point on. And Mark Scheifele, obviously, is going to be the Conn Smythe winner. 38 points in this one, in this postseason, is absolutely ridiculous. I don't remember exactly how many games we played. I think it's like 24. So he's got 38 points in 24 games in the playoffs. There's no bottom feeders to really just tee off against. The power play, guys. The power play was crazy. Being smart defensively, limiting our power play or penalty kill, getting out there, right? Taking fewer penalties, I should say. Good Lord, I'm just pumped. And there it is. He's going to lift the cup. Mark Scheifele, Captain Mark Scheifele, led the team by example. Conn Smythe winner. And he's going to be the first one to lift the trophy. And guys, can we just talk about this team? We made some changes, some gut checks. Oh wow, who gets it next? You know what? It's got to be Connor Hellebuck next. He's the next one I want to talk about, because we made some changes, but we stuck with some key pieces. Pionk, Morrissey, we re-signed Pionk, right? We brought him back. Perfetti we kept. We got rid of Lundell or Velarde. We bring in Lundell. We get rid of Batherson for Logan Stankoven, but Hellebuck plays like the Connor Hellebuck we know. Finally. We needed it. We absolutely needed it. And the next guy to touch it is Kyle Connor for sure. I mean, it's everybody on that first line is going to get to touch the puck there, or touch the cup here for us. Kyle Connor just was phenomenal as well. Him, Scheifele, Ehlers were just dominant. I'm just kind of just reminiscing here a little bit. But man, oh man, that first line. I mean, they were amazing in the regular season. They crushed it on the power play. Next up, we're going to have, we got to have Josh Morrissey touch it. Sorry, Ehlers. We're going to hand it off to Josh Morrissey here. I mean, the leader of our defense, the Norris Trophy winner this year, he stood up to the challenge of taking down Cale Makar from his #1 spot. And Morrissey, he was great in the whole postseason, right? He didn't pop up with too many goals, but he was there getting points for us from the blue line. He's clearly the best blue liner in the NHL right now. And we are going to win it. There it is. Here's the picture. Scott Arniel led our team to the mountaintop. We stuck with him. This team, this core, they got the cup they so desperately deserve. And there it is, guys. Your Winnipeg Jets are officially Stanley Cup champions and get their name etched on the cup forever. Oh, man, this is awesome, guys. I am so pumped right now. Stanley Cup champions. Let's see it. Let's do it. Let's just get the names on there. We got to go through everybody. We got Perfetti, Lundell, Stankoven, who was a great addition his first year. He's still so young. Captain Scheifele, Mikey Anderson, Chibrikov, called him up. I got to see his points. Comrie, Connor, Delandria, Drouin, Ehlers, Grzelcyk, Hellebuck, Jones, Lambert, Luchenko, Lundell, Miller, Morrissey, Nemesnikov, Nazar, Perfetti, Pionk, and Stankoven. Perfetti, we challenged him. He was the one of the two that we picked. He wanted to come back here to Winnipeg, and he did it. Oh my goodness, 39 shots there in that game. 28 shots, 966 save percentage and a 100 goal against average. Connor Hellebuck found his postseason form. And part of it might be because I told Scott Arniel that I wanted the team to be 5v5 defense focused. Either way, that's how we need to win, because that's the type of team we are, is that kind of defensive team that with so much offense. And look at that. Vegas fired their head coach after they lost in Game 7 of the Western Conference Finals. Couldn't be us. Couldn't be us. And unfortunately, I think I may have messed things up for our AHL team. Manitoba was in the Calder Cup Finals against the Rochester Americans. I called up Chibrikov, and he was a big piece of that first line. He was an 82 overall. And there we go. +2 defensive awareness, +3 strength, +4 endurance, because Josh Morrissey has won the Norris Trophy for being named the best defenseman in the league. So he's going to get a boost to his defense. He's already so good offensively. The +2 defensive awareness is going to make him an absolute monster. Let's take a look Real quick, I can't even see my lines anymore because we're technically in the offseason, but man, oh man. And guys, the only guy that we have to extend is Jonathan Drouin. All expiring contracts, Drouin. He does want a contract extension. Have we seen the cap bump yet? No, we have not. Okay, but that's fine. I mean, let's take a look at the main roster. We've got, oh my God, Morrissey, 96, 6.25 is ridiculously underpaid. 98 defensive awareness. He's now got, what is it? His endurance now, his strength is 89, his endurance is 99. He's got 99 puck control, 96 passing, 97 offensive awareness. I mean, this guy is just phenomenal. Kyle Connor, too. Scheifele's 34, and he's still, I have actually didn't even think about that. He's 34 and still signed for so many years at $8.5 million. And I have no problem with it, guys. He's got ankle breaker, quick draw, quick pick, Schneid, big. Oh my God, he's so good. Gain morale, yeah, and we could actually move on from him starting next season, but I don't feel like that would be right. We're gonna run it back with this core, guys. They are ridiculous. Look at this team. I'm gonna make sure that everybody has their focus for their skating for sure. Logan Stankoven is a medium elite. I believe he was a high top 6 before. I mean, if we can get that defensive awareness to improve, he'd be quite amazing. I mean, look at this, guys. Lindell was a -1, but now he has wheels, which is really cool to see. Perfetti, -5, but that's okay. That's in the regular season. My bad. That's not even the postseason. Let's go take a look at the postseason stats for everybody. And take a look at the path to the playoffs that we faced, that Tampa faced. 4-1 against St. Louis. We absolutely dominated them. We shut them down. We scored at will, and it really set the tone for the postseason with the power play just being electric. Then against the Colorado Avalanche, a 4-1 win there. Dominant over them. I mean, it was nervy, but we just really played good Winnipeg Jet hockey. Now, when things got tough, we're in the Western Conference Finals and in the Stanley Cup Finals when we kind of got away from it. We started getting to high-scoring games. The other team obviously has a say too, and as we face better and better teams, they're gonna be able to counter us a bit. But Game 7 win, that Game 7 win is huge. Exercise those demons, and then a little bit of an emotional letdown in the first 2 against Tampa. And then we win the next 4. I mean, Tampa 4-2 over Boston, 4-2 over Ottawa, 4-0 over Florida. And then we topple them just at the very end here. But taking a look at the player stats, our plus minus is horrible because we had, oh my God, 28 power play goals from our top 3. That's insane. Oh my God. Scheifele, Connor, Ehlers with 30 points in 23 games. Stankoven with 19. Perfetti with 17. They were -1, -2. That's okay. Lindell was a -1 with 12 points. I mean, I think he did his thing. Let's see. Did he do the thing? Takeaway giveaway ratio was pretty good. Jonathan Drouin, was really, really solid for the 13 minutes he was out there. He scored 5 goals on the power play. I think he had 2 in that one game by himself in the third. He carried us back over Vegas in Game 7. I mean, Drouin, phenomenal, and I'd love to bring him back. Are you kidding me? It would be amazing if I can get him for less than 3. But we do have Dumais, who I mentioned is an 84 overall, just chilling in Manitoba, low elite. Let's get him up here, I think. So Nazar was a -4. I mean, it doesn't matter. He had 10 points. Lambert, Nemesnikov, Luchenko, Dellandrea. Luchenko was a -9. That's brutal. Chiprikov did get a point and was a -2. So it's not like he did much better than Dellandrea, but taking a look here, giveaway to takeaway ratio, that was pretty good. Maybe I shouldn't have benched Dellandrea. But I did something. We made a move, and it worked. So, take a look at the blue liners. I think it is officially time to say goodbye to Matt Grzelcyk. I really think it is time. 83 overall is regressing at 33 years old. We can get out of it. We will technically get out of his deal. We can trade him at the draft of these 16 teams. So, should be no problem finding a taker for Matt Grzelcyk here. He's making $5.5 million for an 83 overall. That's probably not worth it anymore. Mikey Anderson was not great. -9, 26 points for Josh Morrissey in 23 games. That's incredible. I mean, guys, the defense did their thing. The plus minus isn't going to be good because we score so many on the power play and we have a really good penalty kill. We score on the power play and the other team scores at 5-on-5 means nobody's getting a plus for our goals for. And they're all getting a minus for our goals against. So that's just the way she goes. But the giveaways and takeaways, it was really even for most players besides Mikey Anderson and Matt Grzelcyk. I think we do need to find a right shot defenseman to partner with Mikey Anderson for that middle pairing. And then, guys, he was phenomenal. Comrie did play one game, interestingly enough. He made 6 saves. That's probably why I didn't realize it. But he played 9 minutes. Hellebuck, 917, 258, the best playoff performance that he's, I think, ever had. Yeah, other than this 2021 year, this is the best he's really ever been for us in a long time. He's dropped the ball plenty, but I mean, 5.23, 3.42, 4.04. I mean, I know, or 4.02. I know we've only played 3 years, but still, it's kind of realistic there. But Connor Hellebuyck got it done when it mattered for us this year. So guys, we're Stanley Cup champions. It's not over. It's certainly not over. We've got a lot of young talent. We're going to try and make this thing a dynasty. See how many we can win now for the Winnipeg Jets. Back-to-back President's trophies. We got a Norris Trophy. We got the Stanley Cup. I mean, it's been pretty successful so far in our first 3 years, but I really want to stamp my claim on it and get us to the next generation and see how we do there. But that is all the time I have for this one, guys. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.